Keep It Clean podcast is an entertainment show. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are those of the host, co-host, or guests alone and do not reflect the views of any business, company, or corporation the host or guest may be affiliated with. Any facts presented should be fact-checked by the listener. We are not medical nor legal advisors. We are not political officials. Portions of this show may include copyrighted material used under fair use for commentary, criticism, or educational purposes. All rights belong to the original creators. Keep it clean.
Power to the people, we are back.
They're gonna scrape your 5-point star tattoo off your head in hell every day.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, that's all you want to do. All right, man. Look,
If you're a right-wing girl dad, but really wanted a boy, you should support the T's. You might still have a chance.
Was there no wisdom? was there no wisdom passed along? It's what I'm saying.
And every time you see me, I keep it clean like a coaster.
Power to the people, we are back to do maintenance. Sometimes you got to break it to make it. Sometimes you got to know the game to set the flames. We in here to just shake shit up. I just want to let y'all know that, man. We here, ball up top, and we gonna run away with it. Our usual co-host is out tonight, so that means the structure is out tonight, and I hope y'all okay with that. It's your boy Ray, Bucket Hat Ray, switched it up just for the fitted, and we here to rock out, man. Brother Ev, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. Happy to be here with the guys. Wishing Brother Nick good health and good fortune. Wishing him well, man. Hoping speedy recovery.
Yes, sir. The host with the most don't get your dumb ass smoked from the east side. How you go?
listen, man. Listen. Y'all heard what he said at the top of the podcast, right? He said our usual host is out, so the structure is out. I'm saying if this podcast is mostly bullshit, it's not my fault. All right. But you know, I am your host with the most from the east side, here to do business.
Understood, man. So we'll take it straight from there, bro. Let's do the rundown right quick. Follow us on YouTube, TikTok, and IG. If you see it down at the bottom, it's going to be at the Keep It Clean Show. And then on Twitter, aka Elon's Destruction Path, at Keep It Clean Show. No D there. For whatever reason, they had a limit on characters. I don't understand that. But follow us, like, comment, and subscribe. We have episodes dropping on a regular basis, and we appreciate the love of y'all showing up. By the time y'all hear this, I want to give a thank you to everybody that popped in on the Instagram live that we ran for the sports show the other day. Saw the comments, saw the people with the wild name tag handles. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. I'm gonna say interesting on that piece, man. But we gonna get straight into it, man. Who want to go first, man? What's the keep it clean for y'all?
I'm gonna go ahead and start it first. We're gonna get into this topic later, so that's why I'm not gonna actually mention it. But I'm just gonna say this. This is really a public service announcement. This is a Keep It Clean solo PSA.
Mm-hmm.
Do not, and I repeat, do not DoorDash Plan B to the place of business to where you get paid. Don't do that. All right. That's an alleged thing that's happened, but I'm just saying this as a PSA. Don't do that. Don't let the driver see that you're getting Plan B delivered, okay? Because he's gonna tell somebody, and you gonna get called. If it ain't if you getting that Plan B because of some dealings that you shouldn't have been doing, you getting called. All right. I know you thinking you gonna get away with it, but you're not gonna get away with it. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of Plan Bs,
DoorDash is definitely a choice.
like you couldn't get away from the office, so you had to DoorDash the Plan B of all things. Like, hopefully you got some snacks and shit. See what I'm saying? Like,
Disguise.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can't only be the Plan B that you DoorDash. And you got to get some Snickers in there. You know what I'm saying? Some Reese's. I don't know, some ice cream, something like soda, something. You got to make it look like a normal interaction. Like,
and I get it. You know what's crazy? That's actually, now that I even think about it, that's a wild move because you're trying to take the onus off of yourself of getting it in the store. So now this random person, hey, Like, I don't know how DoorDash on groceries work because I've never used that side of it. But like, I don't know if they already have the bag already made, or because it's a Plan B contraceptive, something like you got to get it from the front desk or whatever from the assistant. If you got to get it from the assistant, it's kind of wild because now this DoorDash driver just got to be the person to go ask for it. And it's like, yeah, I'm doing this for DoorDash, but it's like everybody looking like, oh,
You know that shit was very close to a college campus, so it was probably locked up. Because you know what
That's
I'm saying? All the college kids was
yeah.
ransacking that motherfucking. I mean, so like,
it. And we
yeah,
gonna come back to it, but with it being close, you can't just casually walk in there as who he was and then just go scoop that off the shelves because that's gonna be quicker.
She can.
She kind of known too. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Brother Bodega.
speaking of Plan Bs, people without kids, stop trying to tell people with kids how to parent. People with kids, stop trying to tell niggas uh about parenting because you winging shit. Like you winging shit. Like the only difference is that when you on negative E and you still got to come in the house and cook, and you know what I'm saying, listen to your kids' problems. You know what I'm saying? Ton of nuance there, but like, there's no reason why you niggas should be arguing about who's the better parent when only one group of niggas is a parent. For me, like, you know, yeah, you had to raise your niece for a couple of years. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
congratulations. That's not from ground up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some difference in that.
Yeah. I
Also,
never
know the difference.
understood. Go ahead, Ray.
No, I was gonna say also understand the difference between the cultures in raising parents, man. Just know your normal isn't their normal and vice versa. Because if I see you looking like me and there's a leash attached to your child, we might have to run the fair one like on the spot. Because that's insane to me. That's insane to me, man. What were you about to say, Ev?
Yeah, it just like that argument. I never understood it because, like me, for example, I would never tell somebody how to parent. I don't have kids. All I could ever do, which I do this to some of my friends that have kids because they do ask, I tell them my experience with my parents. That's because that's all I have to offer. All I can tell you is what happened when I was a kid, just like you. And and like, cause I have people like I got a lot of friends and associates who ask me questions just because I had a two-parent household. So like they ask questions like, oh, or my homies, they'll ask me like, man, what did your dad do with you? Like whatever, because me and my dad have a close relationship. Oh, what did you do? Because with their sons. All I can ever offer is what I experienced. And I can't even say do it. Because guess what? That was me. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that per se. You know what I'm saying? That's why I never understood when the childless people like would get offensive. It's like, know your place. You can't tell nobody because you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'll push back to both of y'all. I think there is at least one moment you're able to tell someone how to parent. When that child keeps crossing the line into your bubble, whether you have a kid or not, you should be allowed to tell somebody how to parent. Because keep them away from me. Keep them away from my kids. Keep them in their zone. Like if you doing what you doing over there, I'm not gonna be the one like if your child acting out in the middle of the store. I ain't gonna say nothing to you. I ain't gonna tell you like go get them or nothing like that. Right? I'm gonna keep going. I might laugh at you depending on what the situation is, because as a parent, it's like sometimes I don't want to say we all been there, but I can understand it happening because that's what children do. But if your child running around and then we seen them situations, what was the one where old girl got that GoFundMe going because there was a little altercation between the kids, and then next thing you know, she yelling at the kids, spazzing out on that. In them situations, your child hit my child, your child come up and hit me or something like that. Hey, get him or her, right? Get him or her. I think there's a point in time where you could be like, nah, man, that's it. That's the only one I got. But I'll go next.
Hey, you the brother with the kid, so you know. If you know what I'm
If
saying,
if
it does what you say. I mean,
if the kids are disrespecting you, I would hope that as an adult you can handle it as their kids And if you told me you telling me what they did is still different than, hey man, you're a bad parent because your child had a moment. But I get what you're saying, man. I'll kind of follow up with that though, because I've been running this through for a little bit, man. All of y'all have daddy issues. Everybody, every single person has some form of a daddy issue. I don't care whether they were in the house, out of the house, super sweet, abusive, across the board, you have daddy issues. And it plays out once you become an adult, because whatever happened in that household, this isn't including the mom side. I just usually prefer to start on the men's side first. Whatever happened, you built your personality around that. You just haven't admitted it. So when you try to do all these things talking about, I don't want to be like him, but then at the same time, you then took a lot of his traits, whether it be inherited, whether it be genetic, or you saw it and then it's like, oh, I like that one. So it's cool when you like it. It's cool when it's happening, but it's not the same. It's not the same whenever it's something that's going to expose you for who you are. That's not hot. Oddly enough, as soon as I said that, my pops walked in. Can't even make this up. In real time, bro.
I was just about to
My
say,
pops walked
shit, I was just talking about my father issues today. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to call my younger brother. My father, you know what I'm saying, he's in the city, and he was trying to get in contact with my younger brother, and he was like, yo, send me his address. And I was like, nigga, that's not my address to send, bro. Like, I ain't, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my address to send, my nigga. Like, I'll, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to hit him up. So like I called my younger brother, and what was supposed to be like a quick little 2-minute conversation turned into like an hour-long conversation about like how my father is as a person, and how that has rubbed off on us in various ways. And so like, yeah, man, it's just, you know, hey man, you gotta confront your father issues. Like
Absolutely.
legit, you gotta confront them and come to a fundamental understanding of just how much you are like them and like your parents in general, the faults and all. And remember, your parents were just niggas who was trying to figure it out too.
Everybody winging it.
That's what I was
Everybody
just about to say.
winging it,
That, yeah.
I don't even know if parenting would be fun if there was an actual book on how to do it. And I also know who I am. I can't even promise you I would follow the book in the first place. Just because you tried to tell me what to do, man. You know, but we gonna get straight into the topic, man. Brother Bodega found something on CNN. He wants to put everybody on game.
Oh wow. All right. So you know what I'm saying? Bodega, what's going on segment, you know what I'm saying, kicking off. Let me tell y'all, man, the world is a very wild place, okay? Very wild place. So I'm going to read this quote from the co-founder of Kalashi, and then I'll explain to you what it is and all those other good things. So the co-founder of Kalashi says the long-term vision is to financial size everything and create a tradable asset out of any difference of opinion. Okay. He said this during like a sit down panel or whatever the case. And the reason why this is important, right, is because Kalashi is they call themselves a predictive, predictive company, basically. And what that means is, right, is that, or what that really translates to, is that they are a betting website, but not betting in the sense of like Prize Picks or ESPN Bet or like all these kind of like gaming, you know, and like this type of shit. They are a betting site where you can effectively wager opinions. You can set a parlay on a fucking opinion, right? So,
A
like,
penny for your thoughts.
let's say right now you in the stock market, right? And you know what I'm saying? You're doing your stocks, you trade in futures, you know, you shorten the stock, you know, all that shit that y'all be doing. Like, I barely know. I just kind of set it and forget it. But let's say on top of all of that trading that you're doing, you could then make bets that reinforce your trades. right? You can make money 2 times, right? Let's say if you wanted to bet on the midterm election results, right? Let's say you I think the House and Senate are going to maintain a Republican majority during the midterm elections. Hey, nigga, I think you're wrong. You could bet on those outcomes. Let's say there's a war in Venezuela and we can make a bet that Donald Trump is going to steal an oil tanker of all things.
Hmm.
You'll be able to make those bets. And it sounds like I'm leaning kind of towards into the news cycle, right? And the reason why that is because two key players in the news segment, so CNN and CNBC, have both signed agreements with Kalashi, multi-year, multi-million dollar agreements for their prediction software to effectively be ran during their news hours. Now, what does that mean for you? Right? What does that mean for you? That effectively means that the gamifying of the news network, right? Like, and news was already a gamified thing, right? I'm going to show you trauma, 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 trauma. One happy thing about some dog in fucking Wisconsin or some shit. Trauma, 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 trauma. Here's the news. Trauma, 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 trauma. Here's how the money's working. That's all the news is, right? That's all the news is. And that news is controlled by conglomerates of a certain race, usually, that peddle their information as they need to, right? Like I think who's it, Jeff Bezos? Does Jeff Bezos own the Washington Post or something like
Yes,
that,
Washington Post.
where he was just saying that they had just posted an article about how everything is not as expensive as we make it seem. Yeah, of course, the billionaire who you know is having his foot on your fucking neck for all the warehouse workers that we know who getting paid $15 to $20 an hour to work 15 hours a goddamn shift. Of course, he's going to tell his workers that, yeah, it's not as expensive as you think it is, but if you try to unionize to get more money, we're going to fire you and shut down the whole warehouse and then replace it with fucking robots. Like, of course, ain't shit expensive to him. But like, you will be able to bet real soon on the midterm elections effectively through Kalashi. And Kalashi isn't the only player in this. There's another company that just signed a deal with Yahoo Finance. And I know like the term Yahoo sounds crazy to anyone who's over the age or under the age of 35, because like, what the fuck Yahoo? But Yahoo is still a very prominent member in like sports fantasy, those kind of things, the financial segment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get a lot of credible news from Yahoo. Yahoo Finance just did a deal with like Kalashi's competitor, effectively. If you didn't think we were cooked, I just want you to see what the fucking score is. And Kalashi, which is a company that you've never heard of, just had a $1 billion funding round. If you don't know how funding rounds work, a $1 billion funding round is nuts. It's fucking nuts. It is insane. This company you've never heard of that can wager futures and opinions and all this other type of shit is valued at $11 billion.
Yeah, take that water break. You know why? Because you dropping all types of game, and then all most people heard is like, so you telling me there's a parlay? Because there's a bunch of addicts out here. Yeah. You telling me that I could hit the leg? Or all right, so they took it. They took the oil. They just took it off the ship down there in Venezuela. How many barrels you think they're gonna make it back with? Mm-hmm. What's the over?
How many barrels? Where them barrels gonna go? That's just, how is this gonna affect our gas prices? Y'all need, like y'all need, like, niggas is gonna think I'm joking, you're gonna be able to make a fucking 4-leg parlay on Trump stealing oil from another country.
Man, you know what? What's the line? What's the gambling line on Trump going for a third term against the current rules and standards we have? If y'all to put an over under on it, what's it looking like?
Listen, man. Listen. I'll take the over. Honestly.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'll take the over. And I have been reading through the Constitution and the amendments, and being able to run for a third term is like it's ironclad. But like you have to be the terminology is running and electing, being elected for a third term.
Okay, so when you Google it, Google starts off to what you said, man. The Constitution makes it more or less ironclad. It's ineligibility, right? That's how it starts. Gives you a whole paragraph. Constitutional ineligibility talks about the 22nd Amendment ratified in 1951, blah, blah, blah. And then right under that, you just did a quick scroll, just like a small one, right? Current betting odds. It said all that just to say current betting odds on the 22nd Amendment being altered or reinterpreted. That's one of the betting lines. Outcome is highly favored at 89%. Right?
Listen.
Odds in the general 2028 presidential election market, they still have. They got people over in Britain betting on it. 5-1 odds.
I want y'all to understand, if Russia could do it, the United States could do it. Okay. If you don't know who fucking Vladimir Putin is, and all you know is that he leads Russia, just go back to 99. That nigga he's been swapping his official position from prime minister to president for like 30 years. He just swaps them. He just swaps the positions, and like nothing. The oligarchs, and remember, you hear about these oligarchs. Like that's a very specific term used to talk about Russian billionaires. People who control the gas and control, food and all these other type of things. It's not far off. Okay. Niggas talking about China and a one-party system and a social, like a social credit score and all this other type of shit, and being monitored for A, B, C, and D, and E and F. I want you to understand. Like the United States in the West, the Western society, they parade around these freedoms of choice and democracy and all this other type of shit. The billionaires that you love to glaze are socialists.
Yeah, that's the funny part.
They are socialists.
We don't have to dive too far into it, but it is so blatant. It's like, all right, I don't know another definition of socialism that y'all tend to hate as what you said a few weeks ago. Every week, us poor folks down here are fighting tooth and nail to get whatever, and they're up there doing the whole socialism act that most people have been trying to talk about. Mainly,
them niggas are socialists.
Hey, yeah,
and they like exploiting people. Like that's all it is. Like it is exploitative socialism that we participate in. The billionaire class have the same agenda. White, brown, blue, purple, whatever. They have the same agenda. I need more money. I need to extract more funds. Whatever we have to do individually or collectively to make it possible for us to extract more funds, we will do that together. We will unilaterally do this together. Nigga.
Okay. Can I ask y'all a question? Right.
Yeah.
Based off of this, because we've been doing this for weeks. It's near the end of 2025, right? What is a conspiracy theory that you discovered yourself this year that by this point you kind of locked into it?
You know, the conspiracy theory that like 9/11 was planned has always been a bit shaky for me because you really have to go as far as to say that like multiple hundred thousands, several hundred thousands of people had their lives deliberately sacrificed for a war to change a regime effectively, right? Like planes, the face of airport security and all these other kind of things, and like military ramp up and all of the effects of 9/11. You got to go far and say it, but on the other hand, you look at the New American Century of the PNAC group or whatever the fuck they
Yep.
were, that was in charge of George Bush's presidency for those 8 years. Them niggas deliberately said that they needed a new Pearl Harbor to justify military involvement in Iraq. That is in their paper, verbatim. They needed a new Pearl Harbor to justify involvement in Iraq. Iraq was a centralized target for them. Continuing the Gulf War was a centralized target for them. This was a year, 2 years, 3 years before the presidency, but before 9/11. These things were targeted and outlined in their manifesto. And then they happened verbatim. They happened verbatim. And this is on the back of military military spending decreasing for the 1990s after the fall of the Soviet Union. So like you have the Cold War propaganda of the 80s, which really ramping up, science and military spending and all these other kind of things, and all these contractors and the consolidation of like military assets like Northrop Grumman and like Lockheed Martin, combining and shit like that, like all these kind of things, right? This is the things, F-22 Raptor and the B-2 bomber and like these multi-billion-dollar projects. And like all of that was cut because the Soviet Union, the only enemy that the US had at the time, failed. It faltered. And Russia was a failed state that took 30, like Russia still hasn't recovered from the collapse of the Soviet Union, regardless of whatever the fuck they talking about, which is why they're losing the war to Ukraine, a country they should be utterly dominating. But like, we needed anything to justify a modern day military police state, a surveillance state. We needed anything. And it was deliberately wrote out in a manifesto and then happened. And it wasn't millionaires who lost their lives. It wasn't billionaires who lost their lives. It wasn't, the airport industry kind of like shook back a little bit. I mean, they kind of like downtrodden, like there was a dip, obviously because there was a fucking plane attack. And then all of that shit ramped right back up. The airlines, I want y'all to understand, like niggas didn't charge for bags on airlines before 9/11. That wasn't a thing. Being charged for carry-on bags and luggage was not a thing before 9/11. The TSA was not a thing before 9/11. ICE was not a thing before 9/11. Like,
I hate if that conspiracy theory is true, simply for the fact that I got so tired of being bullied into taking off my shoes, because as a black man, we were never we not supposed. I don't know, man. My household, there wasn't no barefoot walking around, and I don't like walking in public floors, even if it's just socks. Like, I don't mind you patting me. I don't mind you having me, put my hands up. I definitely hate. I hate the hands in the air when the little TSA thing, because I feel it's rare that I say that. I feel triggered every time I see that shit. Every time I gotta go like this.
Hey, hey, I got a really funny question. Once we get to the back of the tail end of the pod, please remind me of the question
Got
because
you,
uh,
man. The only part of TSA that I enjoy, knowing that that's when it got started, because I didn't know that. I was, how old were we? We would have been somewhere between
9/11. I was well, September 11.
I was in
Yeah,
fourth grade.
I was in the 3rd grade. I was 8.
Yeah, I was in 4th grade. So Bodega, you were what, 5th, 6th, something like that. So we
I
all would have been
was in 6th grade. Yeah, I was in 6th grade when
so
9/11
13 or
happened.
younger, give or take, right? Okay, so it may not have hit me then. But now as I'm older, if that's what started TSA, I love a black woman TSA worker that is on a white man's noggin. I love every part of it. When you get to see that, this is before I became bougie and got pre-check. But seeing their lack of power, all this time you used to having everything that you want. TSA don't give two damns about your power. So as soon as you get up there, well, I got my ticket, sir. Sir, boarding
Let me,
pass. I don't have to give it, sir. Love
let me
that.
tell you, Atlanta TSA. oof, Atlanta TSA is a different place, man. Listen, I don't have to experience such because I have clear pre-check and I usually fly first class, so it's my choice of like which line I want to go through.
Stun
You
on us.
understand?
Stun
Hey,
on us.
Let me
Stun on us.
tell you
Flaunt
that
it.
that priority
You see how he
that
just
I'm just saying. Like, listen, bro, I fly too much to be in the normal TSA line.
oh, he stay in
Waiting, I
the
got
air.
Flaunt on
like,
us.
He
you
stay
know what
in
I'm
the air.
saying? Let
Hard
me tell
stuff,
you
man. Let me clear
that
out.
first
My
class,
bad.
that priority boarding, that first class line at the TSA in Atlanta is the best one. It's the best one. I just want you to know that it's the best one. But when you not in that line, man, TSA. I don't know why. I don't know why Atlanta TSA like that. I don't know why. Every other TSA in the states, fine, right? It's great.
Nah,
Chicago,
I hated
Denver.
Denver. I hated
You
Denver.
hated Denver?
I hated Denver. I hate the airport build. I hate how far you
Oh,
got to
the
run to get
airport
out
is
there. I hate
trash.
the TSA because the TSA knows that your airport is trash. So you know that I know that it's trash, and you still making this difficult to get through, knowing I have this sprint. Me
You do
having to
got
sweat
that
to get to
sprint.
a plane makes me feel away.
You do got a sprint. And if you flying out of Denver and you flying if you flying Frontier, you know what I'm saying? The black man city bus. Let me tell you, that Frontier, let me tell you, you niggas, y'all ain't the only other time you on the tarmac is when you fly international, right? If you've never flown
Facts.
international, you 8 times out of 10, you're gonna be on the tarmac unless you in like
And that's three. Was that three or
Abu
four?
Dhabi
That's
or
the
something
fourth
like
one.
that.
He just subtly flexed on us. Like
Man,
But like,
he on
but
a roll.
nah. But like Frontier, nah, because I fly. Let me tell you, I fly sometimes if I need a last minute flight, Frontier, Spirit, I'm in there. But if you flying Frontier out of Denver, just know they're gonna put your ass on the floor. And if you flying into Atlanta, I want you to understand if you flying anything but Delta or America out of Hartsfield, Jackson, listen, man, you better prepare for that 2 mile walk, nigga.
I love that walk. I don't
You better
understand why
prepare for
people
that
hate
walk.
that. I love that walk, man.
Yeah, nigga,
I
but
love Hartsfield Jackson. I love that
yeah,
airport.
you in the gym 7 days a week, squatting 500 pounds. We don't want to hear that. We
And
don't
Thank
want to
you.
hear that.
But
You know what I'm
but at
saying?
the
Like,
same time,
I
too,
don't.
like you know how sick you are to do that? Because why do I want to sweat to get to a plane and
man,
then be in there with other
Like,
sweaty
man,
people?
that's why you got to get there early enough to where you ain't rushing.
yeah,
Boo,
I
man,
don't
you
be
don't live on
rushing,
the
but
edge.
like,
Like I be taking
listen,
a walk, scrolling, seeing the history, man. I love that airport.
as a big nigga who can walk,
Understood.
because I walk, out, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I can get out here and walk a quick 5 mile. Like that's not no thing, right? But I'm telling you, bro, I be trying to be cozy, fly in the airport, man. I step outside, I'm sweating. Like I'm gonna be sweating by the time I get to the, you know what I'm saying? Because I usually fly United. So like that's T19, T20,
Yeah.
T18. And you think you done made it to T15 and you like, oh man, it's just a couple more. No, that motherfucker's half a mile apart from T15 to damn T20. Man,
You know what? I'll add to that. I hate DFW Airport too. I do.
I've only been to
It's not as bad as
one
Denver.
time, and I had to run my ass off because it was a layover.
Yeah.
I had to run like hell.
Yeah.
I did not like that experience.
I think DFW was intentionally built, and this still goes back to TSA. It starts with TSA, but I feel like whoever is running security there just looks at the camera to watch how goofy on the regular basis people look sprinting from gate to gate, man, because they never do you justice. I don't care what you fly. It could be American, United, Delta, Southwest, don't matter. Your layover, not only do you have to get to another terminal, they gonna make it when you get out, you got to cover 32 of the 48 gates.
yeah.
You get a window of 16.3 minutes to get over to that area, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
LaGuardia is like that too. Where your ass got to go outside to get to the next terminal type shit. Yeah, it's a bad time, man. It's a bad time. It's a bad, like, you know, but at least like what is that, like O'Hare, Chicago O'Hare, or is that Chicago Midway? No, it's O'Hare, like, Denver. At least they got the walkable, you know what I'm saying, walkable escalator type thing you can do to get to your gate type shit. In Atlanta, your ass just gonna do that 2 mile. You know what I'm saying?
I judge you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I on the highest of keys, it's petty, but I judge you if you take the walkway. Man up.
Hey, I don't give a
ladies. Man up.
It depends.
Hey,
it does. It truly depends on how much luggage I got, because most times I'm out walking the niggas that's waiting on the escalator. Like, most times you can outwalk that escalator, and that's what's the annoying part. It's like, because most people, they just sitting there on their phone. You can outwalk that damn thing.
Yeah. No, you can definitely outwalk it for 100%. And like, if I'm feeling like, all right, I'm just gonna get my workout on today. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm just gonna hit these walks. Cool, fine, whatever case. But bro, like, after being on a plane for 4 hours, I'm not hearing it. Nah, nigga,
they done flexed on us like 3 times. But Ev, you more regular like me. For us folks that have the watches that sync, just press the button, get your steps in.
Man.
Escalator.
My Apple Watch be like, hey, bro, look like you working out. Like,
okay, I was just making sure. I didn't know if an Apple Watch was in your range. You done flexed on this for like 10 minutes straight, so I didn't think you.
Nah. I keep an Apple Watch, bro. I'm very even though I'm a heavy set guy, I'm very conscious about my weight, blood pressure, all those type of things. I'll being the doctor, like, wow, your blood pressure is it's perfect. It's like, wow, I expected. Yeah, you expected my blood pressure to be high, nigga. Yeah, I know. They be stereotyping me. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Right? I understand. You know what I'm saying? I would when I had got all my shit tech, it was like, yeah, cholesterol was within normal levels, blood pressure within normal levels. You know what I'm saying? Heart rate, blood oxygen type shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no STDs, nothing. Like, nah. Like, nah, nigga.
Say less. I'm a rock out. I'm gonna say, I believe the whole gladiator theory. We were on the way up during COVID. Skies were cleaner, pollution was dropping, rivers were flowing. People were trying to get outside, get their health right. If you were able to, we had pacing. It was fresh air, and then they said, "Hey, man, they starting to wake up," and threw football right back on the schedule. They went full NFL immediately, bro. And it's just the new gladiator sport. And even for us, man, I know we watch it. I know we participate in being fans of teams. I'm watching these bum Falcons as we speak in the background. Surprisingly, Kyle Pitts scored, and it's amazing. You get eliminated from the playoffs and you show up. But that's how dumb this gladiator sport is, right? It was only put here just to catch your attention. Rome had the Coliseum, and it just trickles all the way down to today. We just want to see. I'm gonna steal Bodega's words. We just want to see nignogs go bang their noggins against other people, and then really, you know what I'm saying? Not caring about their health. You done thrown money away, and in the midst of the gladiator sport happening, what we did? We paid subscriptions. We done paid ESPN and Disney or they done pulled out fighting with YouTube TV. So they upped the price. They made you go subscribe. You had to go buy ESPN Plus package. All this just to go watch some Gladiator nonsense. We were reading, dog. I don't even know if I have a relationship with Bodega as we speak. If COVID continued, we were all reading. I probably would have met him in a prayer circle. But here we are.
All right.
So you convert to Islam because let me tell you, I'm 1,000% not in a Christian prayer circle. Let me just say that. Let me just say that. The only time
I believe in prayer to Allah, because Allah translates both ways.
It do, but I'm not in a Christian prayer circle. The closest I get is to when my Christian side of the family get together and we doing dinner. Niggas want to do the little hold hands. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I get it. That be y'all vibe. But like, no, bro. As a Muslim, ain't no prayer circle. We, head to the floor, nigga.
If we in a situation right now, the three of us, right? It's tight. It's kind of out of our control. We start praying. You gonna walk away?
Oh no, I'm gonna start praying, nigga. But I ain't go. We ain't doing no. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like the.
See, what they be doing in church? They be the hands up, and then they be doing the sway with the eyes closed. That's what.
Sir,
you know what I'm saying?
We have similar melanin like you. I don't know what church that look like us be doing what you just did. At least in our generation.
That's the non-denominational white churches.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and not. I just want y'all to know, non-denominational literally just means millennial. Okay, if you don't know what non-denominational means, it just means millennial. Okay, they in there with the lights and the modern building and the pastor with the mic that like straight down look like he gonna give a seminar.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Then they bring out the rock band and they do Jesus is our Lord, like you know what I'm saying, type thing, whatever case. That's what they doing in there. But they usually got like after school programs and like children church and all those other kind of things. The building big enough for all day members. They ain't got the damn overflow in the back of where they used to do. They used to do it when the church was small and they got the old TV with the rinky-dink sound system. You big ass black mega churches that do that, y'all know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
And if you a church and you got a campus, like multiple campuses, y'all not praying for real, bro. Like
your church the size to call it a campus,
bro,
and you doing the Lord's work. Okay.
Not only that, if you haven't been in the room to be able to physically touch the person that you are following in your religious walk of faith, I hate to break it to you, my brother and sister, you are lost. And me personally, I don't know if I got the reach to try to grab you. I leave things like that to brother Bodega, brother Ed, brother Nico. Like, hey, if you could reach them, get them for me. But if you are gonna go, you gonna tell me you go to service.
You know what?
And there's just a projector screen on the wall, and that's what you lock into. If that's what you lock into, that page.
Shout out Nico from the past, spitting right in. For the viewers who can't watch, Bodega's camera has now zoomed in to keep it clean, playing in the back.
hey, my nigga, it's like my nigga here for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's listen. Nico was really here.
Listen, I talk about the King James version of the Bible all the time because that is just a English, from the Kingdom of England. Remix of the Catholic Bible, but you millennials, I'm gonna show y'all the message, the message remix Bible. Your Bible look like this, haram, haram. You got the message remix, the new age, haram. Okay.
And what you got, man? You believe in conspiracy theories? Do they allow that in the gym?
Oh, come on, man. I do.
I don't know, man. Between sets,
I do. I was gonna say 9/11 would have been a conspiracy that I probably spoke about, but this this conspiracy is really probably not a conspiracy. It may be true, and it's more so 2025 related. Charlie Kirk was an inside job. That really is my conspiracy. And yeah.
You
Talk
try,
about it.
you niggas trying to get us banned today. You
I
niggas
am
is trying
on
to
the
get us.
cool. I am. I'm just trying to build up to it.
Listen,
You know, and again, and the reason I'm gonna go there is because of just things that are coming out more. I'm not a Candace Owens like fan. I don't pop in and root for her like that and all like that. I disagree with a lot of things she says. But if y'all don't know, her and Erica, I think it's Charlie's wife's name is Erica, right?
yeah.
The
The JD Vance
She
future.
doing a town
Future
hall or
wife.
something like that pretty soon, ain't it?
Yes. I think her name is Erica. So Erica Kirk and Candace Owens got beef. They're going back and forth currently. And Candace is kind of like Candace has been like ever since kind of like doing tidbits of like revealing of information, just petty gossip stuff. But it's like Candace took Charlie Kirk's death pretty hard. Like that was her best friend. Got a text message from when they were younger, all this. And when she's revealing tidbits, mind you, this woman is a widow and was married to the man. And she started to reveal them inside info like, yeah, you know, he used to love these other women. He didn't really love her. He really was fucking on some other bitches. Like he really wasn't vibing with her like this. It's starting to hear these things, and the wife, her again, the whole JD Vance thing, whatever. But it's her allegiance and committing to the turning point message, like immediately. No real true grief. It went full hell bent right back into Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA. And it's just once you compound the JD Vance stuff, that's for me, it's kind of like, oh, you was in on this. Like that's why it's something slick. Like the Candace portion of it is what's starting to give me the I think the wires are starting to flicker together here. They're starting to hot wire the car.
You know,
okay. Can I ask y'all both the question? How long before you start asking questions can your wife do podcasts about this other gentleman? Candace Owens has been on a Charlie Kirk tear since it happened. All the tweets, all the videos. Candace Owens is also married. If it's you, how long before you like, hey, like I get it, but like what's up?
You know, are you asking me as a nigga or are you asking me as a person who like roughly
you know what I'm asking you last?
Okay. All right. Because like, you know, that side played by different rules. You know what I'm saying? Candace Owen, I ain't never seen her hair like, you know, curled, kinky. You know what I'm saying? It's always been straight and it's dry straight too. It's not like she just got a silk press and it's, you know what I'm saying? You know, when your shorty get a silk press and it's just like, and you know, the strands of hair is just flowing. It's like, yo, when we get home. Anyway, but like, I ain't never seen Candace Owen like that. She got that dry straight, just like put the heat to the hair, cool hair damage type shit, roots all fucked up. Like that's how her straight hair come off. So like on that side, I know they playing by different rules. They probably both was, you know what I'm saying? Her and Charlie Kirk was probably in there like somewhere. I mean,
thank you. Okay, so
that nigga wanted he wanted a taste of blackness. You know what I'm saying?
And
they all want that. Right?
That's been clearly her type.
I don't understand. Candace, like
what clearly her type.
What did black men do? You know what? Actually, me asking what black men did, they probably a lot. Probably a lot. Let's keep it a B. Let's keep it a B. Niggas ain't shit. Probably a lot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Probably a lot. Niggas probably did a lot. So like I mean I don't get it, but like, you know, whatever. But like
hey man, we going there, bro. I'm talking about daddy issues. Pops was right here. We going there tonight, man. I'm just letting y'all know.
Listen, if my wife do more than like 2,
how many podcasts?
Like, okay, that was your man's, that was your dog. Like, I get it.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, but like, hold on, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? I'll put that ring on your fucking finger. Like, please. You know what I'm saying? Respect this shit, man.
Yeah, like I ain't rolling. I can't. And it's like you got a whole podcast series on this man's death and life, like essentially. And it's like, and to Bodega's point, they play different on that side because, like, for me, I'm like, her husband probably is like egging it on, like grift, baby, grift, because it's money, it's content. Like, and that's the sad part of it too for Candace Owens, like to even
It's all content.
to not prop her up for talking about that in that conspiracy. Like, she's using him in vain. Like, I don't think she's ever talked about him this much when he was alive, even though they was the best friends, even though they did stuff together. I don't think she talked about him this much. You know what I'm saying?
She started attacking. Okay, I get what y'all saying. Then there's the next layer. She started going after Jupiter to speak on his name.
Who is Jupiter, nigga? Who is that?
She started going at them people.
You come on, bro. Think syllables. Break it down.
She's so invested that she's leaned into today's version of anti-Semitism to say his name. We still rocking that nothing happened, or y'all still there? Because I might have dipped out by this point. Like, yo, I'm willing to die on the sword, but you antagonizing the sword is a little bit different to me. This wasn't a group effort, but she willing to go that far. Y'all still hanging in there? Y'all still in the boat?
I'm still stuck at Jupiter. I can't hold you up, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. Like, but I will tell you that I just did a Google search on Candace Owens, right? And like the top story is Erica Kirk asked Candace Owens to stop conspiracy theories. And apparently Candace clapped right back on the Independent. I'm gonna have to watch this. But I Googled Candace Owens to see, you know, to remind myself of like what she looked like. She I'm just listen.
What you saying? What you saying? Be careful.
Say that loud.
Be careful. What you
say that loud.
Be careful.
Say that loud. Bro. What you see?
I'm saying, man. I'm just, you know, she has a nice neckline, man. You know, like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you know, like, damn, man. I hate that the niggas did something to you that like made you this a dark-skinned conservative woman who, like, I'm looking through these pictures. She ain't got a kinky hair nowhere.
I don't think it can anymore.
It probably can't. This shit probably fried to a fricassee. Old black saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she trained her hair to do the impossible. She trained her hair to do the impossible, man. But
man,
whatever Buddy is putting down or did put down, since he's no longer with us. And Bodega, you know who the Jupiterians? How would you say that?
That's the crazy.
The Jupiter people.
No, don't even try to slide past that. That's a crazy way to start a sentence on a dead man's name. Whatever he was putting down. Why is that your thought process of a dead man?
Because she's been on a 3-month tangent, Ev. Something happened. Something happened. She's been on a 3-month tangent from Twitter to the Independent. I didn't even know what her platform was. Bodega just put me on. She has done hours of conversating about him. This is only matched by Jada Pinkett and her still infatuation with Tupac.
Are you saying Charlie Kirk is Candace Owens Tupac?
That's not poetic justice.
I'm about to go tweet this right now. I'm about to go tweet this right now.
It's politic justice, nigga.
That's not.
Fuck.
Charlie Kirk is Candace Owens' Tupac. That's nuts. That's nuts. That's nuts.
What do you mean, bro?
That's nuts.
Right, you're going.
I'm with Ev. I believe it.
You're
I
going
believe
to
it was an
hell.
inside job. I believe it was just extra convenient as well because there's a possibility something happened. So, two birds, one stone. I get promoted to potential presidential wife candidate. He trying to deport his wife. She won't convert to Christianity. She's still a Hindu. It just all kind of lined up. And what you had said earlier, Ev, man, there's a word for that in that community. When you just let your wife go be with somebody else. There's a word for that in that community. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, she just in the middle. She just in the middle, man. But what I was saying in that sentence, man, we do have to talk about dick discipline, unfortunately. Because Mr. Sherrone Moore, another person on this situation, coach of University of Michigan.
Okay, hold on. Let's say his name right because we don't want people to.
Oh, you're right.
Sherrone Moore.
Sherrone
I
Moore.
don't want
I'm
people
so
to think it was Mr. Young and the Restless, Mr. Swat.
Yeah, I was thoroughly confused.
I'm so
I was
sorry.
like, hold on now.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, Sherrone Moore, aka Mr. Bubble Jacket. I'm gonna call him Bubble Jacket, man, because he had no ventilation, no air up there, man. Pick up where you left off, bro. Brother was door dashing Plan Bs.
Yeah, he just got terminated from University of Michigan with cause, as they say, because he was having an inappropriate relationship with a staffer on the Michigan staff, which it come to find out it was his executive assistant. So yeah, it was a young woman that he was dealing with, and yeah, he was, and he is a married man with 3 children. But yeah, to follow up and continue what I was saying earlier, with this inappropriate relationship, it was alleged that so far he in that relationship, what made all this come to a boiling point, he got her pregnant. He forced her to get an abortion. And then she came forward with the affair. And then after she came forward, apparently, he broke into her house and threatened to kill himself. He threatened to commit suicide in her home. And then he has currently been arrested for that. That is the latest now. He's currently been arrested for that.
And
Not only has he been arrested, he was arrested, then transferred to a second jail for a second set of charges. And then there's a third set of charges out there in a different county, all similar of investigation into allegations of assault. They're also holding him for potential for self-harm and whatnot. And then so there's a second layer to this story as well, because this goes for the sports side, and it's going to be more of a political issue where I'm gonna quickly say, black man to black man, I hope you get yourself together, because it's gonna be dark roads for you. I don't think he's getting another job. Let's be clear here. This seemed too much of it's done. They fired him expeditiously. But the underlying piece is there's rumors, allegedly, that the university knew this was going to happen 9 days beforehand. So they were letting and entertaining other people potentially coming to get the job. And why that's important to me is when he got cut like that. So because a lot of people apparently knew this had been going on. So them knowing it had been going on, and then they were just kind of waiting for a situation. Really, if you want to go from the sports side, they lost to Ohio State and you had a losing record. So easy to just cover that up.
Yeah. You was getting clipped anyway.
But he was getting clipped. You know what I'm saying? And 9 days ago, give or take, it's when they lost to Ohio State. Give or take. So now he kind of snaps. He goes down there, like you said, he threatened to take his life while also threatening to take hers. Wife then found out you got a wife and kid at home, or kids and whatnot. But the university apparently knew. Her salary doubled.
Ooh.
Yeah,
she was getting paid somewhere around 52,000, 52 or 58, one of the two, because it's a public record, 58. And then out of nowhere, her salary doubled. Like, hey, plan B and plan C, just because I don't want plan A is you telling. So plan B needs to be taken in order to get plan C for your salary to go up. Is how it played out.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say, so I mentioned the plan B thing, but there's another layer that I need to say. I have no respect for you niggas who when you get caught or when you get in trouble or when you go and when you fuck up and to not take accountability or whatever, you go into I am going to now self-harm, crash out. Don't I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't say what I was gonna say. I can't say
No,
that.
you can.
I was
You
gonna
can.
say I'm gonna say it like
I don't
this.
believe this is the
This
cover
is
of
what
no
this is
podcast.
what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. Don't humor the room.
Don't humor the rumor.
Don't humor the room. Don't humor us. Don't threaten us with a good time. That's what I was saying.
What?
I was
Don't threaten us with a good time. Okay. Okay.
but
Okay.
no,
Okay.
but no. What I'm saying is, but listen, no, because I'm sorry I said it like that. But let's bring it back to the serious. Like, no bullshit. You did all this. It came out, and you break into her home and then threaten to commit or harm yourself for what? What is like walk me through? I know y'all can't walk me through that process, but I would love to get walked
We
through
can
that
entertain
process.
it. I can
What
entertain it.
what does that do? And like besides of the ducking of accountability and trying to make somebody and guilt trip someone into whatever, the damage is done. What are you trying to gain when you do
I'm here for hypotheticals. I'll entertain it. I'll take a swing at this one right here. You are cooked for your career. You are cooked for your marriage. She's more than likely getting custody. In the moment, his pockets are turned inside out, and all you see is lint. You love me, right? Like, we in this together. I just in his mind in that moment. I am not saying I agree with it, but I can understand in a flash because I don't know if he had a heads up. That's the only part that I'm not aware of. It seems like people knew, but I don't think he knew, right? Because I if I had 9 days to prep, I probably would have did more cover work on this. Like, hey, they about to, you know what I'm saying? We gonna move out together. What's the game plan? It looked like there was no game plan, so he got surprised in that moment of just getting cut off. He might have been at the crib. I don't even know if this Negro went home.
Man,
I don't even know if he went home. I don't even know if he was at the house. Because if the news happens and you in your office, you know you can't go to the crib. You know you can't go to the crib. If the news happened and you was at the crib, you know you've already taken at least a 3-piece. At least a 3-piece. So you got to get out of there to make sure you don't catch. What would have been the first charge? I can see how he landed there, but I do agree with you on
like you broke in her, like think about it, you broke in her place, and then I'm trying to limit what I'm trying to say and how I'm saying it because it's gonna come out so bad.
Come on, Bodega.
But
Come on,
it's
you with me, right? We motivated.
but
We
no,
getting
like
there, right? You with me, right?
but
I'm
like
with you.
you think about this. You broke into someone's home. Your mistress. You broke into your mistress's home. Put a knife to your own neck. Put a gun in your mouth, and said, "I will blow this shit up." What if she tells you do it? What do you get? Like, it's just what's the gain here? Like, what is the gain? I don't process that because
A blade and a bullet is overkill.
like that's a crash out I don't get.
So, in your humble opinion, do you feel like that's a frequent thing that occurs where people utilize? Is that a generational thing? Is that us, or that might be something that's been going on for a decent amount of time? Because I'm with you. I don't like the idea of running from it. You doing what you, let me say this, you doing with your life whatever you will, that's a you decision. I don't have an issue with that. I do understand the aspect of you just created a crater here and then you just gonna try to walk away and leave these people with the why question.
I'm just like, okay, because What are the other charges? What are the other two sets of charges that he's experiencing?
Let me pull that
Because
up.
I'm not quite understanding. Like, I'm not quite understanding. Like, nigga,
Stalking.
stalking. Who was he stalking?
Oh yeah, I think he was stalking the mistress. I believe they say he was stalking
He
the
was
woman he was
stalking
in
the
a relationship.
mistress.
Like
Okay.
I think, and again because I don't know all the facts, but I believe he was stalking her to get the abortion. That's why I think they saying that he forced her to.
But what are the charges in the other county?
Let me pull that up. I'm getting that
Because
now.
I'm trying to see like how he went from how he went from fucking her on a desk on Wednesday, like, you know what I'm saying, on a casual Wednesday, you know what I'm saying, everything is good, to him saying, I'm gonna commit suicide. Because like the cheating thing in that space, as a, you know what I'm saying, as a coach of a national like a national college program, you know what I'm saying, like, the cheating, you know what I'm saying? This is what you niggas do in that position, right? Like, this is what you niggas do. So like the cheating piece and the abortion piece, I understand. Maybe his wife is black and wasn't gonna play that shit. Maybe that's the possibility, because I don't know. I wasn't following Michigan football, so I ain't know nothing about this nigga. But like, I'm trying to figure out why he didn't. Hey, bro, this shit is gonna blow up, and she not gonna have the abortion.
His wife's not black.
Yeah, he actually
His
went
wife's dirty blonde.
Yeah.
Oh,
he actually
so
went
what he
viral.
tripping for?
Hold on. He
What is
actually
it?
went
What is
viral some years ago when he first got hired from Michigan for having one of those like "I don't see color" remarks.
Oh, so wait, what are he wilding out for? This normal practice on the white side.
Wait, hold
This
on.
is
Okay.
what they
Question.
do. This is what they do on that side.
Question. It is I'm gonna keep it only limited to one race, because that's some people aren't built for I'm keeping it. Some men aren't built for I'm keeping it.
No,
especially
but
when you shouldn't have been putting yourself in that situation to have anything to be
he
kept.
shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been. He should have. Listen, bro, you need to focus on football and winning these fucking games. And even if you have a losing record and you win against Ohio, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? We can run it back next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to get your shit together, but you beat Ohio. You can't have a losing record and then lose to Ohio and like expect to keep your job. Of course, the University of Michigan knew that nigga was sleeping, and she got that little bump in pay. But also, this is normal business. This is how they get down. You with a
She
white
got a
woman,
bump in pay from 58 to 90 something thousand.
Yeah,
it went up 50%.
Yeah, like this is a normal thing for a college football program. Like, what I'm saying is like him cheating with his assistant, even though he should take your black ass home, nigga, to that white woman that you married. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is normal shit. So like, okay, you had a losing record, you lose to Ohio, I'ma resign, I take off a year. Okay, cheating scandal kind of comes out, but I'm not the coach of a fucking top recognizable school. So like, that news can just silently skip over. I'm married to a white woman. You know what I'm saying? I can just do like a 1-2 buck on my shoe, cool, whatever case, pay some whatever. And then get hired as a defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator, do that for a couple years, get right back to the top, call it a day. Where in this situation did you think crash out instead? I'm a stalk, I'm a crash out, I'm gonna do all this other shit instead. Like, where does this,
I think
like,
you knew about the Chargers.
Okay, but what are the other charges?
Only one that they're showing right now is, because if I'm reading this correctly, only one county has officially charged him. He was supposed to, I guess the other ones, because based on what we're understanding, he had gone missing. Not really gone missing. He was just missing from the ass whooping that was probably pending from him at home. So there was threats of self-harm, and his wife used the location on his phone to say, bring that ass here. But she shared the location with the officers. So that one of the counties, I believe, was trying to hold him for potential self-harm. The only ones that have officially given charges is one of the three where they are investigating an assault. So in combination with him having potential self-harm and then being investigated for an assault, I think the overall decision was to hold him. He's still
Who's he-
sitting. This is as the Detroit News as of an hour ago.
This is him assaulting the. This is him assaulting the mistress.
They didn't specify.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I think allegedly, yes, because
I think it's the
I just
wife.
read it. Apparently, the threatened suicide, which I was wrong. The threatening self-harm was with the wife. He was threatening self-harm of himself towards the wife. Like he wasn't with the mistress saying that. So I was wrong on that part. I mean, sentiment still stands, but I was thinking he was with, like, I was thinking like the alleged assault, and then that's why I was kind of with Bodega. Like, man, it is weird how all this ran together in like one fell swoop. Because
Okay.
the news comes out at 4:10, and you get arrested at 8:30.
Facts.
So
That gave him time to drive.
Okay, this okay. Let's be serious for a moment. Firstly, nigga, you shouldn't have been cheating. Okay, keep your dick in your pants. Number two, if you are going to cheat, be a man about it. And what I mean by that is you can't be threatening women. You can't be trying to manipulate women. You can't be trying to coax them into a plan B. Like you can't do those things, or you shouldn't do those things. You a nasty, pitiful, haram ass nigga. Okay, it's like pitiful ass nigga. You shouldn't be assaulting women. You shouldn't be like, nigga. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Okay, now that I got that out the way, because I need to get that serious shit out the way as a disclaimer for our audience, brother. You made it to being Michigan's head coach with a white wife.
They're calling them the DEI hire.
You literally could have cheated in peace and had that white baby, that other white baby that you wasn't supposed to have, and take out all of the bullshit, weak man shit that you did. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna stalk you. I'm gonna do all this, I'll assault, all this other like haram ass shit. Take that out, and you literally could have, hey, bro, I'm gonna resign. Cool, work out a deal with Michigan, get my money, sit out a year. Shit, nigga, you can sit out for 2 years and came back as an offensive defensive coordinator and got. I don't understand. Like, you will never coach a football team ever in your fucking life, ever. Like, you aren't white. You thinking you could get this off in any capacity is nuts.
It's not nuts if he was winning. If he was winning, we don't know nothing.
Oh, yeah. If he was winning, we wouldn't have heard about this.
We don't know nothing about this. If he had a winning record, like genuinely, it came down to the Ohio. If they beat Ohio State, there's a chance they make the college football.
The school would have covered this up, and we would have heard about it 10 years later when he was already in the fucking NFL, and it would have been a damn footnote.
There you go. Because now he's opened the door for the full DEI conversation. Because mind you, he only got the job because Harbaugh left. He was already there. He was the interim coach when Harbaugh ran into his scandals, which is another piece of it too. He's getting the brunt of it. Ev, I don't know if you saw this. Did you see that tweet that said the Harbaugh tree, and it had all his assistants and coaches and whatnot, and what charges they had? Multiple DUIs. One was just listed as a flat out pervert. Like, like it was at least six, all from the Harbaugh. You see, he's in LA right now coaching the Chargers.
Yeah,
he can't even come back to the NCAA right now because he got some things he got to clear up. A suspension he's probably facing, but. I do hate this for you, black man. I understand who you chose today. I understand that you go through mental things, but a tough downfall because around what it wasn't last year, the year before, we watched you shed tears because you won a football game and you were begging for the attention of of Mr. Harbaugh, right? You wanted his praises. You were doing all that just to see you 2 years later, almost to the day, go down like this because of lack of discipline.
Men, you cannot make choices as a man because you feel like that nigga and then not want to deal with the fucking consequences of those actions. You was on top of the world. Michigan, literally the only place you could go would be the NFL. Like the only hire you could get would be the NFL. You was on top of the world. You had your wife, you had your kids. You can't be making haphazard dumb shit because you feel like you that nigga and now you got the fucking assistant. And like, understand, I know for a lot of niggas it's a fantasy. Hey bro, I got my wife at home, I got my kids, I'm so much of that nigga. I got the assistant down, she down for the cause too, cool, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good when it's good and it's horrible when it's not. But like, you cannot threatening self-harm, trying to assault women. Like, bro, like, don't take the pussy way out because you got caught. The fuck, the fuck are you doing? And you shouldn't have been cheating to begin with. But like, come on, dog.
You confronting? Oh, you told? Yeah, she got fed up. She got tired.
Okay,
she got tired of being a side piece.
Yeah, so yeah, there you go. And that's what I'm saying. Once she said she was keeping it, I think he snapped. Like he went into a panic mode, right? And so I'm gonna take his name off the table, just kind of leave it more of an open floor. What are signs? I'm gonna stick with men. What are signs to y'all of, oh, he don't got no black friends?
This entire situation. The assistant's also white, right? The assistant's also white, right?
Yes.
Yeah. 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 He ain't got no niggas around him. Clearly. And the thing is, to get to that position, he probably had to get rid of the niggas that was around him. You know what I'm saying?
This
we don't see no niggas around Candace Owens. We know the vibes. Like, you can't.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong at all.
This is one of them situations, and again, I'm not gonna stick on him too much. But then there's certain ones that they're not around because of doof activity you were doing. So they not around you no more because for the peace and well-being of themselves to not, have to put hands and feet on you. You done a couple things where, all right, you let us know at minimum you not like us. Do that over there. This almost sounds to the point where, I don't know if y'all experienced this, but there was a period of time that I unfortunately went to high school with certain. There were certain brothers that were on the, oh yeah, I don't use lotion. We don't need lotion. I just take a shower and go on about my day, and just walk around ashy and some Sperry's. Like there was a group over there, and I saw their future, and just kind of minding my business. Right. I get in a pickup truck with 3 people that don't look like me, and they're talking about going camping, and the only thing they had in the back was some charcoal and rope. That's not a made up story. That was real things that I saw, and I went. It's few times that you can convince me to go home and tell my mom. I told my mom, hey, I don't know if you about to see a story. I'm just letting you know. Would you just making sure you from Mississippi? Would you know? Just checking. Pops, you from Houston? Would you? All right, cool. Went on about my business, right? There had to be other signs that you not with us. And I'll ask a follow-up question to that. Do y'all still reach out to try to grab that brother?
So to answer your first question, something that I would see, I think it's like certain social cues or lack of social cues in certain spaces that it's like, oh, I know for a fact you just like, if everybody, like, this is the thing, if everybody's on the 2 and the 4 and you on the 1 and the 3, I know.
Dog, some brothers can't dance, dog.
It ain't about dance. You can hear, and you can feel, and you can know. It ain't so. That's like, but that's like again, that's a part of it. It's just social awareness, social cues. Um, Most of us, majority of us, because when we hang around our community, around our peers, we know what it's like being thrown into the fire. If you don't know how to joan, if you don't know how to take joning, roasting, cracking jokes, that's out here we call it joning. If you can't roast,
I'm glad you clarified.
yeah,
I
that's
saw
like,
what you did there. I see you saw that bodega. You saw how quickly he went into an explanation to make sure he
because I
wasn't-
realized I did no because I just realized that like it's cracking jokes on each other is roasting is called different things in different places. I just realized that when I was on it because that's just what we say. And doing that, like if you have like no awareness in that, that's a big sign because I'm sorry, I don't think white people crack jokes on each other in the way that we do. So it's like it's easy
No,
to
they crack gay jokes.
very gay jokes.
yeah. So
I don't know what that is, but
so that's a part
Carrot
of
and
it.
cucumber type shit.
And to answer your question of would I attempt to grab them in those regards, when it's those type of cues, yes, because it's like all right, if your cues are cultural of like oh you don't be around niggas, you didn't watch 106 in Park, okay, you was watching TRL, I can work with you, now. And it comes to like that the lotion thing, hey. I got some Vaseline, old school days. I got some Vaseline for you, so you can use to moisturize yourself, right? Because I
Bodega left
realized,
first. I
because I
swear to God,
realized,
Bodega left.
because I realized,
Woo, woo,
I realized, I saw your face.
you was close. You was close.
I was absolutely.
Woo wee, you was close.
And I caught
You
myself
was
like, wait, I'm telling the man to grab, so I got some Vaseline for him. Wait a minute, what? But you know what I mean? Like, hey, oil, lotion, like you need to shine when you leave the house or when you step out. Like that was the rule. So I'm gonna grab them. I'm gonna help them, unless it's just something that's just overtly like you pushing lines of self hate, you pushing lines of anti-blackness. It might have to go on and you might be too far gone.
If you don't at least have an edge up, I can't help you. I'm sorry. You're too far lost for me.
That's
If
what
you
I
don't
was
at
about to
least
say.
have an edge up, I cannot help you. I'm
Man,
so
Listen,
sorry.
listen. If you got the same haircut as that nigga I'm about to face in Tekken 8, you know what I'm saying? With the where your curl definition is non-existent and it's just muff up here. No, I ain't got nothing to say to you, nigga. I ain't got
If you
nothing
have
to
a
say to you.
Wayne Brady, if you got a Zach from Power Rangers, if you got a Childish Gambino, but you don't have a fire album, I can't help you. If you tell me out your mouth with full confidence that you have been inside and sat in the chair of a great or sports clips,
okay, I'm
keep
with you. I'm
yourself
with you.
over
Ooh,
there.
Man, that had to be a thing. Let's talk.
right.
Look, Zach from Power Rangers, like please, there's a clip. There has to be a clip out there of somebody explaining that haircut because what the fuck was going on? Why that nigga had a rainbow for a lineup? I'm confused. I'm
Because he could fight.
confused, bro.
You know, one of them things that kind of make up for it, he could fight. So it was one of them, you know what? There was a respect line. I believe he could
I
fight in real
can't
life.
question
I don't
that
even
nigga.
think it
That's
was
what
10
the
niggas
respect
in
line
Angel Grove.
was.
I don't even think it was 10 niggas in Angel Grove. I don't think it.
When he
think
moved out, they brought homegirl in. Aisha.
Yeah, they brought Aisha in, and Aisha always had braids. So, like, it had to be like a neighboring city. You know what I'm saying? Or like South Angel Grove, where all the niggas was at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why you wasn't over there getting your hair like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Aisha had the braids, and she stayed with the braids. You know what I'm saying? She stayed with the braids. And then they brought the other lighter skinned black girl in, and then she had the little, you know what I'm saying? She ain't had no braids.
Yeah.
She ain't had no braids. So she wasn't from South Angel Grove. You know what I'm saying? She was from the north side, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Or the valley, or whatever the fuck was going on in Angel Grove. But why they let you outside like that, bro?
I've deleted people out my phone when they told me they went to Great Clips. If your barber changes each time you go, we can't be in the same social circle. We can't.
Okay, yeah. Now you hitting.
Yeah.
You got to show some loyalty.
You gotta show loyalty, man. I'm okay with you having one backup just in case, like you need this cut, but your barber out of town, he gone, he didn't let you know. You didn't already ask, like if he didn't tell you he was out of town, you didn't send the yo man, like are you can you get me in between these two appointments, whatever the case may be. You got one. Only reason you get to change, you may be moved, or we saying rest in peace for your barber. Because if not, you make that due diligence to go see him. If your barber is different each time, don't talk to me, dog. Because you don't believe in loyalty, just in general.
Now, hold on.
You don't have foundation.
I got a little pushback on you, Ray. I got a little pushback on you, just a little tad bit.
Views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are those of the
Oh
host.
shit! Hold on a second. I'm listening.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, but I got just a tad bit of pushback, and the only pushback I got is that we gonna see RIP with you. No, because if the quality slips, I got to dip.
No, it's fact. No, that's facts. That's facts. That's
like, because this is the thing. Like I know, like me, for example, I've had I think 4 barbers in my lifetime, and it's been. And again, I'm 32, and I got started getting my hair cut when I was about like 6. And one of them barbers was my mama, like because just
right
how bad
respect that. That's a lot of us,
and that's also I kind of slide like the whole like not having the edge up. Transparency moment. My freshman year, I was one of them kids. Like my mom was cutting my hair, and I tried to do my own lining, fucked it up. So I just said, you know what? We just gonna let that just stay how it is and let it grow. So that's why I gotta give you a little pushback.
That's not the same.
You never know what you coming.
You were attempting to get the edge up. I give an E for effort.
Okay.
You didn't just walk outside and be like, nah. You were attempting.
I'm with you. But the initial pushback though is that like RIP joint though, because like I said, if the quality slip, you gotta go. Especially or when I was a child, one of my favorite barbers, his thing was because he was the man, he was the go-to man, popular barber. His ass to leave you in that chair and being had a whole nother conversation with somebody outside for 15 minutes. And it's like it's stuff like that. That man, because people will come and bring him food and stuff like that. He over here having taste tests while you in the chair.
Yeah, bro. I love you to death, but I did tell my barber when I first came to the one that I'm going to see out here since I moved. Hey man, don't eat and get the sauce off your fingers and then grab the clippers and think you just about to touch my head and face, dog. Like that. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be. I just saw you with that barbecue wing. Don't proceed to then put your fingers on my face, my God. Like that. That's just unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
I just counted. I've had 5 barbers in my life, and I did leave one because it wasn't because the quality slipped. He was great at cutting hair. He just took fucking forever. Like he would be like cutting my head for like 2 hours. I would be in the chair for like 2 hours. And it was because like, he getting a perfect lineup, perfect, you know what I'm saying? But like, bro, I can't spin hit, you know what I'm saying? Like I waited for you for 2 hours because you was cutting somebody else's head. Now I'm getting cut. I've been in here 4 fucking hours, bro. And like I'm not the barbershop nigga. And what I mean by that is like I'm not the nigga who's like sitting there talking to all the niggas, doing the laugh, jokey jokes. I don't give a fuck about none of that, my nigga. I came here to get my hair cut. You know what I'm saying? Dap up my barber. Me and my barber, we say like 5 words to each other, and none of them involve the cut because he already know what the fuck I'm here for. I ain't got to explain shit, my nigga. Yo, Dap, yo, how's the kids? Yo, you just went on vacation. Boo, boo, boo. I ain't get the fuck up out of here. I'll see you. You know what I'm saying? See you in 2 weeks. Type shit.
Y'all see
that?
Like,
nah.
Y'all see that clip of the 2 homies that got into it because homie was like, man, you push my line back. And it started getting, y'all see that clip where he up the strap on buddy?
Yeah.
Valid?
Yeah.
Valid, bro. Bro, it's valid, bro. It's valid. Yeah. It's valid because like after you get past a certain age, when your hairline get pushed back, it's not growing back. Like it's not growing back. Like unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? Like unfortunately, I'm one of those niggas that got the diagonal hairline.
Mm.
It is
It's
what it
okay.
is. It happened one time. I was, you know what I'm saying? Like I usually kind of like lean my head to the side type shit. And there was probably like one of them days and a nigga was tired, whatever case. And it just, and now it's diagonal. You know what I'm saying? Now it's diagonal. It don't look crazy, but like it's diagonal now. So like, but like that shit wasn't growing back. Once it hit that diagonal slope, I think I had grew out my hair for like 2 months afterwards. It was done. It was it, bro. It was it.
Yeah, and I think I don't give a damn how close your relationship is with your barber. There's no way me getting a haircut should inconvenience me.
Yeah.
Cause that was so the barber I have now. But shout out my dog Greg. Went to high school with. Went to middle school with him. That's my dog. Love him. The barber I had before him, R.I.P. Cheese legend. He ended up passing away years after I switched. But him, for example, love him to death. But it would be like, yeah, I'm gonna cut your hair, and he'd make me the last person intentionally so I could take him home. And it's
What?
like,
Nah, that's dirt. That's dirty,
but
bro.
and the thing is, he'll like give me a discount on the cut. But it's like, hey, my nigga, I just got off work.
That's not a discount. You using gas.
Exactly, and I'm going out my way. Like,
That's
and
not a
and
discount.
it was where like, especially once COVID started, and it was like, because when COVID came, they he was doing house calls for a little bit, but it's the shop opened back up, and it's like, wait. You think because he had it where people had to come at like an hour time slot, and it's like, oh, you think I have to pick you up from the house because I'm your first client for the day, take you there. You want to cut my hair. Hey, no, don't leave. I'm gonna cut somebody else and then take you back home.
You're a better man than me.
Fuck to the no.
You're a better man than me. You're a better man than me.
Like, and that's why it was one of those things where it was like, and this was the thing. The haircut, like, and this is what I mean when I said like the quality wasn't worth everything. If that nigga was like, if I was getting top of the line, nigga, my head was shining off that haircut. Cool, it's worth it. But no, that's what I say. A haircut should not inconvenience the customer.
You a better man than me. I would have skipped and went without a cut before I start driving you around on a regular basis. You a better man than me, man. Couldn't do it. Absolutely could not do it.
But see, with him, it was because he was like family. Like I called him like it was like he was like family. Like him and my dad was really close. So it was he played on that. Like I ain't gonna like he kind of did play on that. And I'm like, I mean, it's cool for right now. But like I said, and once it got to that, that's when it was like, all right, I need to start looking elsewhere. Because like I'm one of them people, I don't have a backup barber. I ain't never had a backup barber. I'm that loyal. I'm that loyal because I schedule ahead shit like that. Like you never gonna not be able to cut my hair because I'm gonna make sure your ass is there.
I 100% got a backup barber. My nigga be traveling. You know what I'm saying? He got a wife and kids. He be traveling. Shout out to Gus. But like, driving home, driving the barber to and from I'm cool on that.
Third time was the trunk, man. Third time was the trunk. I did it because it was like with him, it was being in a bind for me. Like because for him, he was an old school barber. It was hey man, just hit my phone and just pull up. He didn't have the style sheet where you go in and see the schedule. So for me, it's like, all right, let me pull up. Well, if I pull up and I'm your only customer, and I've been your only customer for about an hour, he like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Don't take me home because I don't have a car. Can you take me home too?
Oh, he's not serious. I'm your only customer.
Like,
you had me come all the way to the shop and you called it a day. So this is just your side gig. So you don't.
No. What I mean, when I said like that, I was his only customer. Like I was his only customer for like an hour or two because it was slow. It was a slow period.
You had time to go home? Nah. Nah, you don't love the game. Kobe putting up shots. I don't know what you need to do for that version in Barber World, but taking you home, like use the
But it was
alcohol.
COVID. That's what I mean. It was
sweep the
COVID.
floor.
It was that 2021 time, 2021, early 2022. Iffy stuff. It was,
Oh,
but for
man,
me,
COVID
it was like iffy is enough. I'm cool.
Man,
Because I'm
man.
putting you in my car in the midst of all of this stuff. I love you, but
You're a better man than me. You're better than me, man. Hey man, we do got to touch on this though. We really do got to touch on this with the situation of, all right, Warner Brothers is up for sale. Warner Brothers is up for sale. I think we gonna have 3 different takes on this situation, right? I know Bodega gonna hit the political side, amazing. Ev gonna give us what's happening in the tech world, and then I'm just gonna tell you from the entertainment side. But Warner Brothers is up for sale, and we're looking at a situation where Netflix initially bid to buy out Warner Brothers for $82.7 billion. So board agreed and was expected to move forward with it. Then we had a hostile, what they're labeling as a hostile counter bid, where Paramount came out and said, yeah, I see what they did. I'm going to up it 20. They came with $108 billion in cash. Cash, that's the word. They came with it in the bags. They said, put the trucks here. Can't go to Netflix. Everything was solid, right? So currently in this current situation, they're facing regulatory and political scrutiny. A lot of antitrust regulators in the US and abroad are expected to closely examine what's going on, and this could take many months. And it's even to the point where the president is discussing it. How y'all want to go about it? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because let me get the serious political shit out of the way. First things first, if you're not familiar with like company mergers or anything along those lines, anything that's usually $100 million plus is usually a all stock deal or like a half stock, half cash deal, but they negotiate on like the stock price, and the stock price is usually a lot lower than what like the stock price that you're buying. Like you go to buy a couple shares of like Paramount or some shit like that, you know, whatever the stock price is, you know, they do a wholesale stock price to do it. So for Paramount to come and say, hey, we'll pay you 102 billion cash, just straight cash is I want y'all to understand, bro. Like niggas, not only are they playing with monopoly money, but there are several other investors involved in this deal that include Saudi Arabia and Qatar. These are the same group of niggas who just bought EA for X amount of billions of dollars. I want you to understand that the other countries, particularly countries that like to dabble in propaganda, see that the United States is for sale, especially from a media perspective, and are putting in their bids. Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, like this just happened with Formula One. This happened with the Alpine team. Like bro, like I want y'all to understand, like there are countries who are like, oh yeah, niggas is up for sale. Okay, we'll do that investment. The second piece that I really want to capture on is that Warner Brothers Discovery just merged 4 years ago. They merged when Discovery bought Warner Brothers from AT&T, when the cell phone conglomerates were they were getting into their all-in-one solution game. Hey, we're going to be your cell phone provider, we'll be your internet provider, we'll be your TV provider. Like Verizon, Sprint, Sprint may be an older term for some of y'all younger ones. Y'all don't remember that. T-Mobile, they all kind of did this thing, and then Verizon and AT&T started spinning them off once they had absorbed the debt or like kind of move their debt around to make these things like less viable. So like Warner Brothers Discovery just merged, they are splitting, and Netflix only wants they only want the streaming piece. They only want the IP piece. Like they only want HBO, they want DC, like they want those things. They want the entertainment shit. Paramount don't give a fuck about none of that. Paramount don't care. Paramount doesn't care about the IP side at all. Their game is they want all of the cable networks, namely CNN. We're right back with CNN, namely CNN, all those kind of things. So, like, the rumors suggest that Paramount is doing this hostile bid because they've been buying up a whole bunch of other media conglomerates. Sky Media was one of the big ones. They want to force the separation of the IP side and the cable side. They want to force that early so that they can buy it early so that they can get ahead of the 2026 midterm elections. Now, caveat, because under a normal functioning government full of antitrust laws and the FCC and anti-monopoly and all this other type of shit, that wouldn't be able to happen under a normal democracy, under pseudo democracy, under a normal government. But this is President Trump's administration, President Trump's Congress, and President Trump's Supreme Court. And so whoever comes out on this, whatever the case, right, they can get this off pretty quickly. Judges, there'll probably be some federal indictments or federal injunctions or whatever the case. None of that shit has to do with the Supreme Court, because if Trump wants it to go, that shit will get sent to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court will action it immediately. We've seen how President Trump has sent hey, bro, I need a decision on this today. And the Supreme Court suddenly is an emergency session. Like, oh, yeah, well, now, we agree. They ain't really disagree with shit yet. They just be like, nah, we agree. All right, whatever is the next case. So, like, it's a bad situation. These are two multi-billionaire companies ran by billionaire families, billionaire CEOs, billionaire CFOs, all this other type of shit that are bidding for things and consolidating to umpteenth degree. We're back at cable. We're right back at cable. Streaming was supposed to separate us from cable, and now we're not only we back at cable, but it's highly political.
Okay,
I don't know what to tell y'all.
What you got? IP wars.
So with all of that, I'm honestly gonna take a different approach to it, because I actually mentioned this a while back as a keep it clean, slightly. Paramount. So to everything that Bodega said on top of it, it's a real iffy ordeal because of who is the CEO owner of Paramount, Larry Ellison. Who is Larry Ellison? Larry Ellison is the son of David Ellison. David or Daniel. I might just butcher that. My brain is fried a little bit, but David or Daniel Ellison, who is the owner and founder, creator of Oracle systems, Java, databases, everything, that's incorporated with everything, which I said is going to keep it clean back then. He's the man who wants to make everything a surveillance state. He's also the man, his son, Larry Ellison, he guaranteed and told Trump, hey, we make this work, we can make CNN say whatever we want. He's kind of come out and said that. That's a public thing that he stated recently with all of these things. And it's just from the tech side of it, it's how I look at it is we're now into the reprogramming game. It's just this reprogramming through cable. And who watches cable? Old folks. Who the old folks, like, what have we always been hearing now? The old folks need to leave, but the boomers, they need to get out of there. Well, if the reprogramming sticks, you're just gonna have these folks sticking around longer because it's just being reinforced through our throats now, which would then be a trickle down effect. You have to pray Netflix doesn't go into that right-wing political game on the streaming side. how things are looking. We don't know. But this can be a free for all from a tech side, from just a landscape of streaming, from a cable side of just right wing political drama. And if you make a surveillance state with the Oracle systems included, all hell gonna break loose. And you need to be scared. When everything that we talk about, we end up coming up with, nigga, you need to be afraid, you need to stay dangerous and all that. But it's hit the entertainment side.
Entertainment side, I'll go straight from there, man. Evan and I spoke on this on one of our one-offs before, whenever Hulu was officially fully acquired by Disney. This was about 3-4 months back. I think the official thing happened over the summer of them acquiring Hulu altogether. So if you have a Hulu subscription, you would have noticed by now that the functionality has been iffy these last few months. Why? Because they're merging it all into the Disney app. You have the Disney app, you've been seeing Hulu things pop up. With the acquisition of Hulu and Disney also owning ABC and ESPN, you took a good chunk of the market. That's what Disney did. Netflix, as one of the last standalone streaming platforms of just, you don't necessarily have a direct contract. And what I mean by that, you're not CBS where you're bound to Paramount. You're not ABC, or I'm sorry, NBC where you're bound to Peacock. You're not necessarily a HBO Max. You're not a Cinemax. You can have everything, right? Doesn't matter the IP, as long as there's a contract in place, you can have it. So some days you have Fresh Prince. Once that contract's up, you can have Seinfeld, whatever the case may be. Hulu and Netflix were the main two that had that capability. So Hulu being absorbed and everything that went under Hulu, Netflix, entertainment-wise, had to make a move. Because if you go with the ESPN side that Disney has, that's majority of the sports. There's some type of contract that majority of the sports have with the ESPN. So you lost that if you're Netflix. Netflix is happy to get a Christmas game for football. They pulled, that's it. They got a game, singular. Amazon Prime is playing right now on the Thursday game. Netflix couldn't land that contract. Netflix has been cracking down on who you've been sharing your subscriptions with. They started that. They saw themselves losing footing. I think we all understood that in the entertainment world. I could get Hulu, and they're going to throw a deal at you where you could get Showtime, HBO, and Cinemax for a little $5-10 extra dollars, right? Your phone plan comes with the HBO Max subscription. You know what I'm saying? Like there was too many things that were saying no more Netflix, and they were tired of it. So I get why you had to make that play. Because this is what's coming. If you understand what Warner Brothers IP really looks like, if we're just going off of, we'll say, films, that's the entire DC universe, all of it. Because I need competition to combat Marvel. Marvel's over there.
Not just the movie side, but also the animated side.
The animated series. This is Justice League Unlimited. This is any of the Batman animated series, Superman, Green Lantern, all that, right? You get Harry Potter. You get The Matrix. You get Lord of the Rings. You get Godzilla. You get pretty much any Stephen King movie, all the whole It series. That's just the movie piece. Animation, you're getting Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, Scooby-Doo, right? You're getting for the TV shows, you got Friends, Big Bang Theory. You get 2.5 Men. You get The Flash. You get all the stuff that hasn't completely been picked up. You get the DC Comics IP. The comics IP would then belong to Netflix, right? So entertainment side, that's not even including HBO's library. The Game of Thrones, Sopranos, The Wire, True Detective, Westworld, all that. Curb Your Enthusiasm, right? You pull all of those things over there, as well as the Discovery Channel, because remember, that merger had happened. So you're still trying to stick in the cable game, to your point earlier, as well. So cable would essentially be Disney through Hulu Plus and ESPN. Netflix, if you have Discovery and whatever falls, that'd be Discovery Channel, HGTV, Food Network, TLC, Animal Planet, right? Those types of shows. They also get Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, CNN content. It'll be them and then YouTube TV. Like all the regulatory practices aside, not even aside, despite people pushing back on it, Netflix had to make a play. They had to make a play to still survive, because realistically, what we're kind of stuck in is a situation of, if they didn't, it would be fully monopolized more or less by Disney. All your streaming would more or less be monopolized by Disney. You can't just let all these things kind of scatter out. So we might have been stuck, is where I'm at least if you combine all three things we said together, we might have been stuck.
I can see that. Yeah, because Disney's just running. Yeah, Disney's in a different ball game right now. So yeah, I'm with you.
I just had Hulu. I was rocking with just straight Hulu for the longest. And then I wanted to watch some ESPN content. And yeah, they got me for the triple. You know what I'm saying? Disney Plus,
Right.
ESPN Live, Hulu. I was like, shit. And then you sign up. I also got YouTube TV. So like, you know, with the NFL package, that's 120. Hulu, I think Hulu, ESPN, and Disney is like, if you want no ads, because I'm a bougie nigga. I don't like no ads.
Yeah,
That's like $40. I'm at like 160. I still got, luckily for me, I got Peacock through my cable provider, and I have HBO Max through my phone provider. But like Netflix is still like $20, some shit like that, whatever case. I'm at prime cable prices.
Yeah.
Prime cable prices. I ain't got no Paramount. I mean, I don't know what the fuck is on there. Like, why would I do that? But like, you know.
Paramount what's the best show Paramount would have? Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Peacock. Paramount got all the CBS cuts. And they get the other half of the football game. So if you don't have YouTube TV, you got Paramount, you can see all the AFC games essentially. Right? If you don't have, what other show does Paramount have? They got Comedy Central. Paramount has Comedy Central. You got South Park. You got My Attention.
And Dave Chappelle show, I guess.
You got you know. Well, I think he moved everything to Netflix.
Yeah,
that was his contract. You know what I'm saying? So Paramount just acquired the South Park series officially. I want to say that was at the top of this year, but they already had Comedy Central. So Paramount took that from HBO, which would be ironic if they end up being able to buy out HBO. And either which way you slice it, if Netflix gets it or if Paramount gets it, people are pushing back. Antitrust laws are up in the air. And again, this might be one of those times, I'm sure you might have, or y'all might have a perspective on this. Like, I don't know what the gain would be. Trump's already talking about it, but I couldn't even tell you which way they tried to push this way, outside of maybe locking in CNN. But Fox is its own thing anyways. They're kind of free. So I don't know what I haven't paid attention to the politics of the Disneys and the Netflix to that extent, to see the political play that might be there. You're gonna clearly represent this side of the fence, and then all your ads. If you don't, because a lot of the times too, I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna be Bodega when it comes to flights. I don't do ads, so I miss a lot of shit. I don't. I will pay that extra premium to not do ads.
I'll tell you what's going on from a political side. They are all converging. If Paramount buys CNN, then they will convert to a right. It probably won't be right wing. It'll probably be moderate. What do they call themselves? Modernists or whatever the case, which is diet right wing. They're not left. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, moderates don't usually have any left-leaning policies type shit.
Yeah.
It's all
There's like
diet
centrist,
right-wing
and
shit.
then there's moderate,
Yeah.
like you said. It's like yeah.
And
then
so like
conservative.
they like there won't be, it's all converging, and we haven't seen in our lifetime anyway, we haven't quite seen it like this, where all of the American oligarchs are buying up every single piece of media. Actually, TikTok just got the for sale of TikTok just went to Oracle, and I think Oracle and the same company that owns Paramount, the same group that owns Paramount, Oracle and
There you
Paramount,
go.
which
There you
also
go. Yes, sir.
is the
Yes,
same
sir.
group. Again,
Oh yeah.
conspiracy.
See,
have
there
it
it
way.
is. There it is.
But Oracle recently got their stock their stock price went up at the same time that the Netflix bid happened, which empowered the people who own majority of the Oracle stock are David Wells, Larry Wells, the Wells family. And so that increased their buying power effectively to do this play, this hostile takeover play. Like, it's like, and you okay, the way, let's get into this real quick. Billionaires don't spend their own money. Billionaires usually don't have a lot of like liquid cash. Liquid cash is not their vibes, right? All of their monies are tied into investments and investment in portfolios and all this other type of shit. So like when Elon Musk went to buy Twitter, for example, it's not like he had put down his own money and said, bet, like this is whatever case. No, he went to the banks. He said, hey, I got this much in Tesla stock. This is what my net worth is. I'm going to borrow against this. Now, that doesn't mean that they hold the Tesla stock on behalf of Elon Musk. It just means, hey, I'm worth this amount. So I'm good for this amount. I'm going to borrow this amount from you. And then I'm going to buy this shit. And if like it happens, great. And if it doesn't happen, it's socialism. Yeah, if it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, then okay, cool. But like billionaires leverage private banks and in this other piece that like private equity firms. So private equity firms are companies that literally just their whole thing is buying other companies. And when they do the buying process, they usually spin off, they create another holding LLC specifically to buy that thing to absorb the debt, and then they will sell it off as like a consolidation piece so that the main entity, the main private equity entity doesn't touch the debt ratio and all those other kind of things so that they can keep doing that. So like a combination of private bank loaning and private equity, micro investments, whatever the case, will get you to that number, and you still get to hold all your assets. Your trust is set up, all that other type of shit. And if it all goes to shit, I'm going to be bankrupt anyway, a la 50 Cent, and not have to pay any of that shit back anyway. Like, bro, the billionaires are a socialist class. They are a socialist class. The multimillionaires, they are a socialist class because the tax breaks and all this other type of shit. I mean, in the United States too. The United States is a socialist class. All your congressmen and women are millionaires who can actively trade on the stock market and then make the policies for the fucking stock market. Nancy Pelosi, follow her trades. Her trades are 1-to-1. Her trades are great. They're amazing. Her portfolio is fucking amazing. You can replicate that on a minor level and still be well up savings wise. It's nothing but insider trading and protecting the 1%. Everybody that you voted for on a national level is a part of that 1%, and they all played the same game. We need to maximize profits. Our laws are dedicated to maximizing profits. If you get up to this type of percentage, nigga, the tax breaks and all those other kind of things that you receive to reduce. And here's the tax. This is what tax breaks do, because like y'all niggas be confused. All tax breaks do and tax loopholes reduce your taxable income. So it's like if you make $350,000, right? Like on paper, you make $350,000, but there's tax loopholes, and maybe you don't own everything because everything is in a trust and blah blah blah, whatever case. Then your taxable income is like, let's say it's 100K, or maybe if it's even lower than that because you don't technically own anything. And like, here's the thing. The billionaire class doesn't own, they don't own anything. What they usually own is IP, right? Like they don't, like, there's nothing in their names. There is a bunch of shit in trust and LLCs and C corps and all offshore accounts and all this other type of shit that they hold their assets on. And this is where like drug dealers get fucked up on, because drug dealers can't do any of that because all their money is illegal to begin with, so they can't wash it in the same way, right? But they technically own nothing and everything at the same time. And the narrative and shit that they're pushing onto us is, hey, you just won't own nothing. You won't own shit. You're going to rent your car, you're going to rent your house or your apartment, you're going to rent your phones, you're going to rent your, like, everything, anything that can be rentable, nigga. They took away physical media. They're trying their best to take away physical, but like, you will own nothing. You will have a license. Nintendo, when they released the Switch 2, their little cartridges and shit like that, they don't have the actual game on the cartridge. You go into GameStop, you pay $80 for a physical key that licensed the game to you. And if that license says expires or no longer exists, or those servers don't exist, you own an $80, you own $80 piece of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, that you can't do shit with.
Now on the other side too, for those that are on the side of like, I don't care about none of that, I just want TV to watch, there's going to be two very stark differences depending on who is successfully able to acquire this. Let's be clear for y'all, man. If Netflix gets it, right, just like I was saying early, streaming landscape becomes essentially a duopoly. It's not a full monopoly yet, because if Netflix is able to successfully get Warner Brothers, there's a huge catalog. So Paramount Plus, Prime, Apple TV, they become significant small fries in this market, right? You get a massive content consolidation. And with that content consolidation, guess what's going to happen? The price of the brick goes up. Subscription prices are for sure going up. And while the subscription prices go up, partially tagging in with Bodega's point, there's going to be layoffs, because you're going to have overlapping leadership, a little bit of overlapping positions. So there's going to be layoffs in that same process. And with those layoffs, an additional piece, the theater takes a huge shotgun to the chest. Because Netflix would then have things like the DC universe. A lot of what Warner Brothers did end up in the movie theaters for your AMCs and Cinemarks. It would be in their house. You would have a Netflix theater, but it's going to be straight to platform, and all the hit or misses that they've had with the Netflix original movies, all that's going to be there. Theaters are cooked in that movie, right? In that move. But on the flip side, if it's Paramount, theaters are still up, because Paramount has already stated they don't want to get into that game. So they'll probably branch off and break certain things off, like, the CNNs and whatever. They don't want to get in the movie world. They will continue to let Warner Brothers do what Warner Brothers do. You do have you might get a cut in cost, because Paramount and Max is essentially a mega stream platform. So you're not paying for those two separate services. One might go, I'll say Paramount might go up slightly, but it's one of the cheapest ones currently. I don't know if they go, hey, we got everything, so we're going to do the typical business tactic and tax you for that business tactic, right? Now, the market share and foreign investors, they do have concerns on that, because to what Bodega was saying, you start getting into the Saudi Arabia, the Qatari financing. So the sovereign wealth fund involvement and the control of major news platforms, you would have CNN and CBS. I don't know what you necessarily do with that. Those don't always agree, right? And I will say, if they get it, you cornered the kid market, man. You get Cartoon Network and SpongeBob. When Bodega asked what's on Paramount, it just dawned on me. SpongeBob's on Paramount. You got Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network right here.
Yeah.
Right here, man. You almost have to get that subscription. You have to get that subscription if you trying to not be a parent and watch whatever trash cartoons they got out now. You still want them to relive what you lived during your day. You feel me? But the cable network piece, the benefit, at least of Paramount, and it's weird to say benefit because it's all dirty games. They also don't want to be in the cable game. So you don't have a monopolization on that. So HGTV, CNN, international channels, TLC, Discovery, they'll probably either be sold off or spun off. Right. So that decreases their financial burden. So it's a good game.
Yeah.
It's a good game. Netflix and chill looks completely different now.
Man, Netflix and chill. Man, what a great run.
What
Fuck
a great
the
run.
serious shit. We had 2 hours. Fuck the serious shit, bro. Fuck that topic. Fuck them niggas. Listen, Netflix and chill had a great run. Fantastic.
Hulu and Screw was a great follow-up.
Are you still watching? You watching me get in these guts?
Yeah.
What can I say? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what great.
What was the question? You told us to remind you. I see Rose. Rose being right next to you when that just happened just tells me where we're about to go. That tells me right where we're about to go.
Yeah, it's perfect time.
I want y'all to say. I want y'all to know this is wild. I just want y'all to know this.
Oh Lord.
There's no parameters today.
When you are going through the airport and you go through that little thing where they have you do the little stand-up thing and the thing swirl around. Do y'all ever get flagged? And if you do, where do you get flagged?
Yes. Right below the belt. You know exactly where we're going. Yes, I get flagged numerous times right below the belt, and it's coming to the point where I can't tell if you're flirting with me or if it's harassment. Yes, for sure.
Let me tell you, I don't know what it is. Okay, I don't know what it is. Every single time, you know what I'm saying? That area get flagged, and my legs be spread out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my legs be spread out. Sound crazy.
That's real crazy.
But it get flagged. You know what I'm saying?
So you get flagged, right? And you know what region is being flagged. Now, if whoever the TSA worker is, now you got to fix your face so you don't get a harassment suit. Because I didn't flag me. But if I look at you with a potential whatever, like that's me, I'm out of pocket.
Why is my dick always getting flagged on the TSA? Like, this can't be. And that's what I'm saying. I'm also say this. When I see the other races walk through, I don't see them get flagged. You know what I'm saying?
Coming back,
it's a lot of other niggas I seen walk through don't get flagged every single time.
This is real conspiracy theory, Ev. This is his real conspiracy theory.
Every single time. It's like it get, cuz get flagged, and it's like, what, what y'all trying to tell me?
Only other explanation is the hands up, walk to the sound of my voice machine is programmed to flag us. That's the only other option.
Yeah.
You're either sexually harassing me or this is clear racism. Those are the only two options.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, and they always show you the spot and it be, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My little homie, he got flagged up. You know what I'm saying? Why? Why? You know what I'm saying? You got it. Like, it's listen. I don't be complaining personally. I ain't gonna hold you. I won't be complaining.
Hey man, I'm ready to switch questions. I don't want to be talking about Bodega's meat alert. Okay, I don't. I'm not cool. I'm not rolling.
The TSA got meat alert from Bodega.
I'm not rolling.
Hey, flag for the poll is crazy.
I'm not rolling. I'm not rolling. Bodega, you wild.
Out of all the questions you don't participate
that's
in,
my life
this is the one you back out of it.
That's my life. That's my life experience.
He's wild because it went from, hey, have y'all ever experienced this? Because yeah, and then it went to a full on Bodega meat fest. Because
every time it get flagged. What can I say?
brother. I don't care about the United States of Bodega. I don't need to know about that meat. I don't need to know about those type of
I
flags.
don't need to know about that meat. It's crazy.
I don't need to know about those kind of flags. I don't need to know those.
Hey, man, he's not wrong, bro.
He's not wrong. He's not.
I didn't think about it until you said it because I'd be so frustrated that you have my hands in the air and I'm trying not to have flashbacks, right? Like, Ev, we already you reaching. I don't even want to go where you reaching.
No, don't reach for nothing. But that just threw me off. Because saying you having flashbacks of having your hands up in the air.
They got you. They got you like this, dog.
They do. You gotta throw up the rock when you walk through that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta throw up the rock. You know what I'm saying? They be having you throw. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, Jay-Z, Illuminati, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, bro. Maybe you part of that billionaire class. Why are we throwing up the rock in the airport to get scanned? So it's a deeper conspiracy there.
And then land on we gonna have you walk through this machine for a metal detector. That's not solving anything. That's not solving anything, man. Oh damn it. This is gonna be the first one with no barriers that we actually ended the pod on not something crazy, unless y'all trying to just dive straight into the dirt with it.
I ain't know.
You ain't got nothing. I'm surprised, Ev.
I'm surprised. Now suddenly he chilling. And nigga been on a historical nasty man run for like the last 10 episodes. Now he chilling.
Man, I'm cool. I ain't see that's the thing, man. Like I said, y'all be trying to alley oop. Now I'm cool today.
We be trying to alley oop. Ev, your fourth quarter of nastiness,
today.
Crazy.
I'm cool today. I done went on a tremendous run. It's time to chill out.
Crazy.
Oh, look, Bodega did enough with the meat fest right here with that question. That was enough for today. Like that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. We've done enough over the last couple weeks.
I just wanted to know if my brothers had a similar experience to me. That's all.
So he wanted to know about meats. Bodega's Arby's.
Bodega's Arby's
Arby's is crazy because
Bodega's Arby's is a great spot to say, hey, like, comment, and subscribe. Right?
Like,
apparently TSA agree. What can I say?
Hell, like, comment.
I mean, you don't want to say it was a wild question, so you knew it was wild.
Like below, like, comment, and subscribe. YouTube, TikTok, and IG. If you if you trying to avoid or possibly see, I don't know, man. Your preference is your preference. We've been open on this podcast. If you're here for Bodega's Meat Fest, you can see him more on YouTube, TikTok, IG. If you're here to understand why Ev feels a way about going to Arby's, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. I forgot about Instagram. Is going to be the Keep It Clean Show. On Twitter, it is Keep It Clean Show. We love you guys, man. We out of here, and I don't know, man. Veganism might be in my near future.
Tenderness.